Hamel Engineering, your sustainable power solution. Static solar panel shading. In this video, we will discuss about the effect of shadow on solar panel in detail. During this lesson time, we will learning about dynamic and static shadow effect on solar system and calculation of static shadow length with example. Let me start from this. Solar panel shading. What factors can cause solar shading in solar PV system? There are several kinds of shading to consider when installing a solar PV system. There are also various forms of shading. Mainly there are two types of shading: dynamic shading and static shading. Let me discuss each one of them. Dynamic shading. This type of shading creates dynamically, for example, moving clouds and falling leaves, is a temporary form of shading. The shading can also be caused by snow, bird droppings, and even dust formation on the surface. Static shading. It is a pre-planned shading, like shade caused by surrounding trees, tower, buildings, and other objects. The occurrence of shading is due to a proposed obstruction. This shading is a barrier that needs to be considered when installing solar panels. However, it can often be overcome through a well-designed layout, trimming trees, or installing DC power optimizers. In this video, we are shown static shadow length calculation in detail, and I am try to explain with examples, so stay tuned up to end. What happen when solar panel shaded by an objects? Traditionally, solar panels are connected in a series of parallel strings. This means if one panel is covered by shade from a cloud or tree, then all the connected panels within the string will also lose power. This is because the panels are wired together in such a way that the output is reduced to that of the weakest panel within the system. Shading just one cell in a module to half causes the output power of the whole module to fall to half. No matter how many cells there are in the string, completely shading one cell will cause the output power of the module to fall to zero. As you know, a dynamic shading occurs suddenly. But static shading are static. It already exists. So static shadow are manageable. There are so many methods to decrease or remove a static shadow. Out of this many solution calculating the actual shadow length and put solar panel in proper position are one of the best solution. So to do this, we must know the actual shadow length. In this video, we learn about static shadow length calculation in detail. How to calculate static shadow's length. You can use this formula to calculate the actual shadow length. The length of shadow equals the height of the object over tan of sun altitude angle or sun elevation angle. The height of an object is known, but sun altitude angle is not constant. It varies in date and time, even it's different from country to country. Before going to the calculation, let me explain the sun elevation angle. What is elevation or altitude angle? The elevation angle, used interchangeably with altitude angle, is the angular height of the sun in the sky measured from the horizontal. The elevation is 0 degrees at sunrise and 90 degrees when the sun is directly overhead. An important parameter in the design of photovoltaic systems is the maximum elevation angle, that is, the maximum height of the sun in the sky at a particular time of year. This maximum elevation angle occurs at solar noon and depends on the latitude and declination angle. Let me show this with example. The height of object is 30 m. Calculate the length of shadow at 12:37 a.m. To calculate the shadow length, first we find the sun altitude angle at 12:37 a.m. In this video, I show you how to get the value of altitude angle from www.timemandate.com website. In the next video, I will show you sun altitude angle calculation. Please open your browser. In searching bar, please type www.timemandate.com/sun. The sun altitude is different from time to time, country to country, even it's varies city to city. So, please type the country or city name in the searching box. For example, let's take Addis Ababa, the capital city of Ethiopia. There are so many information listed from searching results, like sun and moon information, sunset and sunrise time, even moonrise and moonset information of a day we get from this website. Please click sunrise and sunset at the top of navigation bar. In the result, we get so many information like sun direction, sun altitude, sunset, and sunrise at specific time. Please scroll into down for more and detail information. In our example, we require the sun altitude at 14:37 a.m. As we see, the sun altitude at this time is 56.31 degree. No, we can return to our example. The height of tower is 30 meter and the sun of altitude at 14:37 a.m. is 56.31 degree, so we can calculate the shadow length. The length of shadow equals the height of the object over tan of sun altitude angle or sun elevation angle. Therefore, length of shadow equals 30 divided by tan of 56.31. Length of shadow equals 30 over 1.5. Finally, length of shadow equals 20 meter. So, when we conclude that based on the calculation, the solar panel must be put 20 meter far from tower at 14:37 a.m. Please make like and subscribe for more video. Thanks for watching.